Welcome back, Shade Squad. Today we're going to talk about NVTS stock, but first make sure to knock out the like button in the next 5 seconds.
Do you ever just get down on your knees and thank God that you know me?
For those new to the stock market show, this show focuses on buying good companies at discounts by abusing stock market patterns and then selling it to the suckers who chase. For NVTS stock, we are going to go over the technicals, check for abusable patterns, then talk strategy, and end the video with my personal price target for NVTS. So now with the intro out of the way, let's talk about technicals. Classic sandwich pattern, buy the bottom, sell the top pattern right at the bottom of the range. I don't know what, but this is the easiest play right here. It's very clear and obvious where we are at a bottom. This is a buy right now, but that doesn't mean it can't go lower. Just to be clear, we know stocks can go into range like this and then eventually either they break out and go higher. So in this case, NVTS, if it does break above 10, it'll go to 12.50, then 15. But if it does not hold here, it'll come down lower and it'll come down under 5. So what I would do, the smart way to play it, especially because we're so close to the bottom, I would recommend buying here under 6s. And if it does break down, take the small loss and then just reposition cheaper if it does happen. Now, if this holds, which in my opinion should, every time we've come down here, buyers love it. We could see it still come down to like 550-ish and then get a bounce. Big green candle. We're looking for a green candle like this. See, this is a green candle where buyers clearly showed up and they love it down here. Unfortunately, we're seeing a red candle here, so I want to see some strength on Monday by buyers and hold it up. So I would still be cautious. Let's see if we get that green candle for confirmation that buyers still love it down here. Because when it came down here, look at this. That's confirmation that buyers still love it. So we want to see that. We want to see a green candle sometime next week. Maybe it doesn't have to be Monday exactly. But we want that confirmation first that buyers still love it, that buyers are showing up for the stock. Because if they don't show up, what's going to happen? We're going to get a big red candle and we're going to go lower. And that's not what we want. We don't want to buy that if there's a weakness from buyers and strength from sellers. So I would exercise caution, but I think it's there's opportunity here, and I'm loving what I'm seeing here. I don't see anything to be concerned about. Now, if you play it safe, you'll end up getting it cheap, and then you'd be looking to sell at around, at least based on patterns here, we would be looking to sell at around 8 and then 10. That would be your sell targets. The middle of the range is about $8, right? And then you'd be looking to sell at 10. So there's potential. We can even measure that out. I'm going to grab my measuring tool here, price range. So if you buy down around here, let's say you buy at exactly 6, let's say. I mean, if you sell at 750-ish or even 8, 25 to 30% return. If it goes back to the top of the range, that's a 50%er. If it does break out and go higher at some point, I mean, you can make a lot of money. So it's a good bet, very good risk to reward ratio, if you think about it that way. You know, if you buy here and it comes down and takes you out, you take like a 5% loss, but your reward is so big, right? So this is incredible risk to reward. This is the kind of plays you want. You don't want no coin flips. You don't want no 50-50. You want the best risk to reward ratio possible. So I'm really liking this. But probably the most important thing is to be able to take those losses. Now, if you believe in this company long term, different story. If you're actually investing in it, I don't know if it's a good investment or not. I would have to do some really deep due diligence on it. But on the right hand side, I can see that an insider sold shares recently. Director sells 3 million in common stock. So maybe that's why it's going down. But as of right now, we got ratings of $8, $8, 6.5, 4.4. So We'll see where this goes. Unfortunately, when this thing does have a huge pump, it does love to come back up here to like $8 to $10 range, right? It's done so in the past, and then it comes back down under fives. So it's kind of one of those stocks you just have to, like I said, you got to be careful with it if it doesn't hold this sandwich here, if it doesn't hold this range. Got to be careful, because you would hate to hold it all the way down to like $1 again, because that's what happened here. Like people who bought here, they held it all the way down to $1. Thankfully, it came back up for them, but you really don't want to play that game, because it could be one of those stocks like Mullen or Color stock where it just never recovers, and you hold a big bag all the way down, and you're just never going to recover your money. So that's why I'm telling you to exercise caution and play it safer. If this was like Mara or Nvidia, different story. But I don't know this stock very well, and I don't know. Yeah. So if you know the stock better, maybe you know something I don't. But in terms of technicals, in terms of patterns, it's looking good here. So the strategy would be classic: buy the bottom, sell the top. Look to buy down here under 6, sell at 9 and above. Keep it simple. It's that simple. And the strategy, again, good risk to reward. You set a stop if you want to set a stop. And for those of you who are, more experienced, you would set a stop at like 5.65, and just again, very good risk to reward. Either you lose like 8% or you make like 50%, 25%. That's so good. That's incredible. Incredible risk to reward if you're one of those very technical traders. So with that said, let's go over my personal price target long term. Drum rolls, please. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. I give NVTS a price target of $10. I think that's very doable. NVIDIA is dropping. NVIDIA dropped this week. It had good earnings, but it dropped. That doesn't make sense. So it's a dip buy opportunity for NVIDIA. So if NVIDIA is anything to go by, we shouldn't be concerned with the fact that, what's funny is NVIDIA's in a trading range, just like NVTS, and it's right close to the bottom here. So I would keep an eye on NVIDIA to see if it bottoms out here, because this is where buyers have been showing up at 170s, low 170s. If NVIDIA shows strength on Monday or anytime next week, I could see NVTS also bottoming out down here. It's kind of funny that they're both kind of similar, right, in terms of price action. They just both been going sideways in a range. So if it is, I don't know if it follows NVIDIA exactly, but if it does, I mean, we could use NVIDIA as a signal to buy the cheaper stock and make more percentage wise. That's something to keep in mind. Again, I just realized this right now as I'm talking, as you just saw. So keep an eye on NVIDIA. That might be a good signal as to whether we're going to bounce on the market, because then we would see NVTS rally as well, because it is a semiconductor. Don't click off just yet, ladies and gentlemen. Let's talk about this year's bonus play with Netflix stock. If you want to learn more about this play, check out the video in the description below. There will be a link, and you can see the potential for 25 to 50% on this bonus play. So Netflix stock, just a real quick rundown. Trends on the yearly for the past 13 years. It's only had 2 red years and 11 green years. Let that sink in. Again, check it out. Great bonus play. Now let's move on to the next part of the video. That's it for this episode of the Stock Market Show. Patreon.com/ShadesandTrades if you want to join the private Discord for trade alerts. As you can see here, Shane, cool, thanks, man. I made over 50%. I'm really excited. I really appreciate your work. I did take profit. I love this. Jeff, advice on when to buy and sell makes the difference of thousands of dollars. $50 a month is well worth it. Virgilus, Shades, how's things? Sitting on 1,600 shares of Sound, up 21%. Shall I keep holding? So again, patreon.com/shadesandtrades for trade alerts. Thank you guys for watching, and I hope you have an amazing day. Take care, guys. Risk is managed, I let it dance.